We are live. We're back with more shenanimans.
We are. Here we are.
Another
Back
week.
with more. Yeah.
A very depressing week.
Yes.
Things.
There's been some tragic news.
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone's heard by now.
Yeah.
But still to mention it, there was the fire at Kyoto Animation. It was arson. Firefox doesn't want to let me scroll. This is a bit outdated, this article now. Of the 70 people in their building, it was their main studio building. 70 people were in it at the time. There were 36 injured and 33 passed away, unfortunately. Which is the largest mass murder in Japan since World War II.
Yeah, I saw that.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like the next one is the sarin gas attacks from the 90s, and that was like 12 people. This is really bad.
I think there was a higher murder, but I think it was manslaughter, so it didn't. Because I know there's been some other really high, death tolls from arson. There's someone else, I believe, who's currently on death row in Japan right now because I think a bunch of people were killed because he set arson out in the countryside and a bunch of houses went up. But I don't think that was an intentional murder, so I don't think that's counted. But there are occasional things like this. And yeah, Japan still has the death penalty, so this guy will probably get it. But Jesus Christ. Apparently the guy claimed they stole a novel from him.
Yeah.
Which clearly something is wrong when you go, they stole a novel, I'm going to kill them, instead of I'm going to sue them. Especially since all of their latest works have been adaptations of novels with like a listed authors. Like it'd be really easy for him to go, this is the one I think they stole, and go okay, this is the last original story they did was Tamako Market in 2013.
Yeah.
So is or maybe there's a movie. Was there a movie? I don't think so. But yeah,
I don't know.
Super fucked up.
Yeah, it's real bad. So yeah, I don't know if there was any other news this week. I feel like there kind of wasn't, but I also wasn't really paying attention because I was gone.
Yeah, this kind of eclipsed anything else. There's San Diego Comic-Con is this weekend. So there's a bunch of comic news, which is kind of anime adjacent. There's like there's a cartoon, a Harley Quinn TV show that was announced. Actually looks pretty good. Young Justice Season 4 got announced, but after last week's episode, I don't even know if I want to keep watching, which from going on about how great it is every season to holy shit, I don't give a shit that you got Season 4. See ya.
It's rough.
It's pretty bad. That episode was really bad. And it's just really disappointing, and I've seen people supposedly leaking insider sources saying it's not going to get worse, but it's not going to get better.
That's
which isn't. Yeah, when it's already bad, it's like, well, I don't really want to keep watching. I'm waiting for the podcast I listen to that talks about it to see what they have to say about the episode.
Yeah.
And I'll just listen to like their reviews of the later episodes before I decide if I watch more or not. But
it's probably a good call.
Yeah. I feel like there's more comic news, but I can't remember now.
I have no idea. So I didn't really pay attention to any of that. So yeah, I was out of town all weekend, mostly offline. But I heard there was like the movie roadmaps for DC and Marvel for the next couple of years. I don't know. And I don't think I've heard anything particularly interesting to me, at least. but I'm also not big on comic book stuff in general.
I'm also really salty. I went to watch the Teen Titans Juice Contract movie, and it wasn't on Netflix anymore. Apparently it's on Hulu now, which makes no sense, because we don't have Hulu in Canada either. So that doesn't help, but they're taking everything off, so it's on, like, DC Universe, but Canada still doesn't get DC Universe.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't get Hulu either, so I don't fucking understand what they're doing taking these away. Apparently that was 9 months ago that Judas contract was gone, but I know that's not right because I saw it on there a while ago, so I don't know what's up.
Huh.
I don't know.
Strange.
Yeah, so DC's just fucking up left and right now.
Yeah.
Leaving me salty. But yeah, I do have some good news.
Oh, you do?
Yes, the Frame Fatales games list came out, which is Speedrun, which is an anime, but Fatal Frame's kind of anime.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't think the schedule's out. Game got accepted. Hopefully my awkward hours because of work don't mean I can't run, because that might happen. If it does, I understand. I have pretty strict, I gotta work. Which sucks. But something else happened this morning, which I did ask, and I was told I was allowed to say. There's going to be a GDQ hotfix. Not this weekend, but next Sunday, so the 4th. And I will be running Homecoming in that.
Oh, that's awesome.
We finally got into a GDQ. God bless. Anyways, I have to, sell myself out a bit on my own podcast while I'm here.
Oh, totally. Absolutely.
I have to de-rust both games, and I have an anime convention, and I have to work, and I'm a little worried. I'm stressing already.
I believe in you. You can do it.
Homecoming should be easy. That'll be like 2 days, but Fatal Frame, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I haven't even had time to start de-rusting yet. Because
when is Frame Fatales?
The 18th to something.
Okay.
So just under a month away. About 3 weeks.
Yeah.
About 3 weeks. Because, games list was announced Thursday, and then the weekend I was busy because I run the Weiss League. I had company over. I had to do some Kijiji sales for people. I haven't had time.
Well,
but yeah, that's
you've got time still.
Yeah. Yep. Time to de-rust 3 years of Rust and learn the new strats. I'm scared.
I believe in you. You can do it.
I got 2 days till an anime convention too. I'll probably use those 2 days and just de-rust Homecoming for the next 2 days and go only into Fatal Frame.
Yeah.
I can go a week without playing Homecoming without getting bad at it.
Yeah.
It's something. I'm gonna have no free time to watch anime for the rest of these weeks. If you expect me to have watched anything for the next month, I'm sorry. I've let you down already.
No problem.
Yeah. Yes.
Speaking of watching things, though.
Yes, I watch stuff actually.
Yeah. What you been watching?
Yeah. Well. First off with manga reading though, because it's less I can get through it.
Okay.
There was some more chapters translated of that one manga that I don't think is on Mal.
Oh.
With the trans girl and her friend who wears the boy's uniform. You know the one I'm talking about?
Oh, I think I know. Yes.
Yeah.
And I can't think what it's called either. Yeah.
I can't remember. And then there was a few random Yuri and Shoujo stuff I tried out and saw, but I can't remember the names of either. I feel like there's one that's really cute and I can't remember it now, and I'm sad because it wasn't on Mal. Sometimes you go and they're like not on Mal. Yeah, it's like, damn it. what do I do? But yeah, for anime, I watched the first episode of Maidens of the Savage Season, which I know you watched some of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people talk about it. I tried it. It really did remind me a lot of that other show I thought had a similar animation style, even though it's completely different studio and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it yet. Like, I'm sure this probably is relatable and means a lot to a lot of, like, teenage girls, but for me, I'm just like, I can't relate to it at all. I feel like it pushes a bit too far on the feelings to make them more comical, which ends up just alienating them.
Yeah.
Which, this is a type of series I feel I'd probably enjoy more if I could relate to it. I probably need to I need to watch another episode or two. I feel like it has a very similar concept to Oshieta Galko-chan, but I could relate to Galko-chan so much more. And it wasn't quite so... it got into the sex and stuff, but also talked about other topics in growing up. And it was shorter. It felt like it did more in less time. So, I don't know. Yeah, I do think I just need to watch another episode before I know for sure, because it didn't focus... It focused mainly on the one girl who was, like, really uncomfortable with sex. But it's also, like, it's taking over my life, and it's, like, just really melodramatic. I'm like...
Yeah.
I don't know, because, like, I can relate to those thoughts and ideas, but it's so melodramatic to the point where it's just, like, uncomfortable. Like, it almost feels like they're enjoying like, the creators are enjoying making this girl uncomfortable with the sex around her. And I know that's not the point, but it's, like, and they aren't, that's not the way they're going, but just the way they've gone so over the top on it.
Yeah.
It's weirdly uncomfortable to me.
Yeah. I understand what you're getting at. Yeah. Yeah, I think... I'm trying to remember the second episode because I watched it like 2 weeks ago at this point. But I think they kind of lay off of that girl, like, being so uncomfortable with it. I think they kind of back off of that a little bit. Like, it's still a thing in her character, but it's not such a focus. Yeah,
I figured they'd probably focus on some of the other characters more.
Yeah.
Because not all of them got a ton of focus. I really want at least one of them to be gay. Like, I would like them to at least broach the subject of, like, homosexuality, maybe polyamory, asexuality, stuff like that. Because, again, this is a show that's probably for teenage girls to watch and, like, kind of be able to see a bit of themselves as they're going through puberty and relate and learn about that kind of stuff. But also...
That would be good. I would hope that they would.
Yeah. Also, her childhood friend or whatever is a fucking scumbag. He's watching porn of a molester on a train. Like...
Oh, yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah. God, I forgot that was that show, right?
Yeah.
I forgot that happened. Oh.
Yeah.
The thing. Yeah, I still need to watch the third episode of that. I want to like it, but some reservations about it, and I'm hopeful that it'll be good.
Yeah, there's some stuff that's just played way too ham-fisted, and it makes it feel like almost like it's making fun of instead of trying to, like make a joking, like, because it's trying to be lighthearted about all these different viewpoints, but sometimes it feels like it's just making fun of them, which isn't very good for the people who relate to those characters in those moments.
Yeah.
I think it's probably... Yeah, maybe that's a good way to explain it. Anyway, so I watched that. It was a show.
Yeah, it's a show.
What else did I watch? Did I watch any other stuff? Oh yeah, I watched episode 2 of Machikado Mazoku, which is still super cute, and I really like. It's really fun.
Oh, yeah.
Demon Girl and the Magical Girl.
Yeah. The Demon Girl Next Door.
Yeah, this is like my relaxing, chill series. I really, really enjoy this series.
Yeah. I need to catch up on it. I didn't get around to that yet. Seems good and cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really ship the 2 main girls, and I really hope it gets gay. I really hope.
Yeah.
I want to check the manga. Manga, what tags do you have? Give me a Shoujo Ai tag at least.
Hmm.
Damn it, no.
Ah, no.
Author and creator, give me something that they've not worked on anything else. Damn it. Come on. Make it gay, please. Wait. Ooh, I almost requested to have it removed. Yay, didn't do that. Hit the wrong button. Anyways. That's a really fun show. I think it's really underrated, probably because it's on High Dive.
Yeah.
I'm getting real sick of all these anime companies. I'm so sick of streaming service. Remember when I said the other day I was starting to like understand pirates again, and people are actually selling me on some. I'm not gonna brag about like, oh, I pirated this. That would still be stupid. And I still, if I like a show, I want to support it legally. But I totally understand, because I went to watch Nanoha on Amazon, and it's not on there anymore. All of the seasons are gone. So I was like, well, shit. I guess I'll go watch Judas Contract on Netflix. That was gone. I was just like going from place to place, and it's like, well, I'm paying for these services, but all the shows I watch are just taken off. Like, what the fuck's the point? Like.
Yeah, it ain't great.
No, it's not. That's why I buy Blu-ray.
Yeah.
To support. And honestly, I kind of want to just go back to that, but I can't because then I don't like. I'd be buying blind Blu-ray and being like, oh wait, no, this is shit. Like, that's rough.
That's also not great.
And also, lots of stuff doesn't get translated or get Blu-ray releases, like anything from Netflix, because Netflix, fucking. Exclusivizes so hard. They exclusivize the platform and the medium. So if it's on Netflix, you can't even get it on Blu-ray. Like, you can't get Angel Beats on DVD or Blu-ray anymore, and now Netflix has it, so you never will.
Oh.
I have it on DVD, but I really wanted to upgrade to Blu-ray, but it's like, yeah, I can't. It's way too expensive. And when they were when it was going out of print, so you couldn't get it on Blu-ray anymore, the prices spiked really fast. Because people are trying to buy it at the end.
Oh, yeah.
So it all just sold out and went to resellers. And it's like, well, this is shit. Which sucks. Because that's a really pretty show. I would have loved to have in, like, 1080p Blu-ray. But I just have DVD quality instead.
Yeah.
Anyways, that said, we were going to do the podcast yesterday. But I kept falling asleep. And also my internet went out for half the day. So I just watched Nanoha. Which I just said I couldn't watch. We're not going to get into how.
Yeah.
I have bought the Blu-rays to all the movies. Actually, I don't have Detonation yet. That just came out. The subtitles are god-awful. You can't buy the DVDs or Blu-rays in English for the main shows with subtitles. You can get the first 2 seasons if you can find the old Genuine dub or is ADV. It's ADV or Genuine, but it's out of print. They're like $300 per season. You're not going to find it. I know like 3 people in my city who have them, and I'm so pissed because it's like there was one that was available at a store, and they had it really cheap, and someone got to it before me, and I found out after the other person I bought it. I'm like, damn you.
Oh.
That's also one of Christina V's first headlining roles, who I'm a big fan of, and I wanted to get it signed, but if I could get it, but they got it instead, and they got it signed. And I'm like, damn you. But yeah, so I watched that subbed for the first time in 1080p Blu-ray rips with the dub, because that exists if you can find it. And this is a case of I literally could not watch it legally anywhere, so they took it off where I was going to watch it. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
Buying it from the sold out used somewhere, that doesn't even support anyone. That just, because it's just a secondary market, right? No money is going back to the creators. There's literally no reason not to go find it somewhere else. We're not going to say anything more about that. But there's a few shows like that, like Lance and Mass, if you ever want to watch that. Actually, I think that's still on Crunchyroll right now, so you can watch it on Crunchyroll.
But good.
If it drops off Crunchyroll, I'm not going to find it anywhere. And it sucks that there's shows in those positions.
Yeah.
Because, God, if they put out... If Sentai Filmworks picked up Nanoha, put out a complete box set, I would buy it, even if it didn't have the dub. I really would want it to have the dub, but... Anyways, I watched the first 5 episodes of season 1 again. I'm planning to rewatch it also. I can write some fanfics, because I really love that series.
Yeah.
My favorite character doesn't show up till season 2.
Oh.
It takes forever to get to. And then I want to watch the later seasons, because I never did get into them. I know there's this huge divide in the community, because there's, like, a bunch of director changes after the second season, and the tone changes, and there's, like, an age jump. Like, they go from being, like, I think 11 in the second season, 11 or 12, and then they jump and they're, like, 20.
Oh.
And that really threw me off when I was watching as a kid, because I watched seasons 1 and 2 when I was, like, 13, 14. So, like, I could relate. They're almost the same age. I could relate a lot, almost, to them. And then next season, they're all 20, and I'm here, like, I can't relate to this anymore. And because it's so much time has passed, their personalities changed a lot too. And I'm just in like the circumstances and situations. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just perpetually salty. We didn't get them in high school. I wanted high school Nanoha. We didn't get it. So now I just need to write fanfics of that. But yeah, I never watched past because it like really threw me off and was really jarring. I know a lot of people complain about season 2 of Young Justice for the same like reason. But I managed to get through Young Justice and its time jumped going weird. So I think maybe I can probably get through Nanoha's now. Because I'm probably like, it's not as jarring now that I'm older. Yeah. I'll probably relate more to it, so yeah, I want to go back and rewatch the first 2 seasons, watch the movies, and then watch the later seasons. I never did. I don't know if they can even do another, like, full season from where they are, because they're old adults now, right? Like,
oh, yeah.
Maybe they can go back and do the teenage years, please. I want teenage drama. Nanoha with a bunch of romance triangles and love triangles and lesbians, and they're like, no, we're gonna jump to adults. That said, I think it's vivid. They like 2 of them adopt a kid together, and it's super gay, even though they never outright say it's gay, because then they couldn't sell as much merch to straight boys. But yeah, it's very gay. There's a spin-off of their daughter called Vivid Strike, and I don't think they show up at all. I think there's a cameo, and it's just like from their waist down, but they're holding hands, and I think that's it. But they knew. Which is really funny that there's a spin-off of this, actually, because Vivid Strike is a spin-off of Nanoha, which is a spin-off of Triangle Heart, the OVA, which is an OVA adaptation of the Triangle Heart visual novel series Game 3, which is a porn game, which is about Nanoha's brother defending or protecting this singer, and there's like weird like secret organization stuff. Nanoha's friends, one is a ghost. I think there's a robot somewhere. It's really weird. It's really, really weird, the history behind this show. I think it's like a joke ending or something, where it turns out Nanoha's a magical girl in one or something. I don't even know. But yeah, so it just keeps going deeper. Yeah. I believe the first season of Nanoha was also directed by the guy who would go on to direct Madoka Magica. It's like the first of the modern dark anime girl series. Yeah. Because it's like, hey, season 1's all about child abuse. Hey, season 2's about, like, child neglect and disabilities and stuff. Hey. And doing what you would for a loved one who's dying terminally is like, holy shit. Anyways, that's anime for you.
Yep, that's anime.
So what about you? What have you been watching? Anything happier?
Sure. I haven't been able to watch a whole lot, but I watched the new episode. I watched Given, the Boys Love music show. About one boy learning to play guitar with the other. yeah, that show, it's really sweet. Like, kind of hopeful that it's going to continue to stay away from the, like, bad tropes of the boy love genre. But yeah, it's really sweet so far. I'm liking it quite a bit. And the music is good and fun. So yeah, not much more to say on that yet. And then the other thing I watched this week was, it's called Granbelm. And it's a magical girl mecha show.
Oh, I meant to watch this. I remember seeing the listing. Is it on Crunchyroll?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. It's either Crunchyroll or High Dive. I forget which.
It's an original anime by Nexus. Who I don't think has fully produced a show. I think they've done part. No, they did Comic Girls. Okay, and Wakaba Girl. And they worked on Chivalry of a Failed Knight, but they just worked in the background under Silverlink. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, it's like a pretty interesting show. I like the concept of it. Of here are these magical girls with mechs. That's very funny to me for some reason.
I have liked every other full show this studio has done, so I'll probably like this, which is all of 2, and then they have like 2 OVAs, a movie and Maple Story special.
Yeah.
And then they sort of technically worked on Chivalry of a Failed Knight, which I've seen almost half of, and God, it's awful.
Yeah.
There's 2 characters in this promo art I still haven't seen introduced in the show, I don't think. Jesus. Bad shit.
Yeah. Though, the one thing I don't really like about Granbelm is I don't like how the mechs look, because they've got a very ST Gundam look to them.
Yeah, I kind of see what you mean.
Yeah. Just a bummer, because like all the other designs in the show, for like all the magical girl outfits, are great.
Yeah. Character designs look super cute.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the one that had the ReZero character designer?
Maybe?
I think this is the ReZero character designer.
It looks like it. Now that you say that, I'm looking at these characters, it seems like it.
There's the like silver-haired girl that looks just like Amelia.
Yeah.
Ugh. I actually saw people talking about
is like
this.
kind of nothing special yet, but
yeah. I'll probably watch it. I like magical girls. Virtual character designer, show me your secrets. Yeah, ReZero.
Yep.
Oh, they're actually the artists for ReZero's manga as well.
Oh,
they did character designs for ReZero, Isekai Quartet, Granbelm, and Conception.
Nice.
Do you remember that fantastic anime?
Oh, yeah, I remember watching 5 minutes of it and then turning it off.
Conception!
Ugh. But yeah, that's all I've watched this week. I have been doing some reading, though, because I bought a bunch of manga again.
Ooh.
First thing was I read Eve to Eve, which is a Yuri anthology.
I kept saying I was gonna buy it, and you kept going, is it that like the adult porn one? You don't need to spend your money on it. you talked me out of it, and then you buy it yourself. How was it?
It's
I'll probably buy
I don't
it.
know. I mean, part of it is I'm not a huge fan of anthologies, and I didn't know it was an anthology. Like, when I ordered it, I didn't realize it was. Yeah. So it has some cool stories in it, but yeah, it's like I just wish there was more time for them to do things with the characters and stories, which is just a problem of the format. And also, yeah, it's very lewd. It is very adult. And then one of the other ones I read was Whenever Our Eyes Meet, which it's not on Mal, so don't bother looking. It's another Yuri anthology.
No. Was that released in English?
Yeah, it is. I think it just came out recently.
Mal, but it's licensed. That's really weird to me.
Yeah. Mal gets weird with anthologies. Sometimes like the individual stories are on it, but not the whole thing. But yeah.
Oh yeah, it's this one. It's like the adult worker one, right?
Yeah, that like everyone's graduated college. Which is making me like it a lot more. Yeah, it's good. But yeah, same thing as the Eve and Eve one. Is like, this is good, but also I kind of wish there was just more. And the third thing I've read was I married my my best friend to shut my parents up.
Yes.
It's which is very
It's
good and
funny.
cute.
All three of those books are on frequently bought together on now.
Yeah, that one was good. I enjoyed that. It's very good and cute. It was definitely my favorite of the three that I ordered. But yeah. Oh yeah, and there was
Don't mind me. I'm just placing an order for these right now.
nice. Very good. There was one last thing I watched this week, actually. It's kind of anime adjacent, I guess. But I finally watched the Alita Battle Angel movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, because that's finally available digitally.
Nice.
So yeah, I watched that, and it's fine. You know, it was about as good as I expected it to be. It's totally watchable. It's a thing you could do. It's like they really tried to adapt way too much of it into one movie, so it ends up like they skip over a lot of really good bits just to like they have to cut stuff down for time because it's still like 2 hours long. It's unfortunate because they skipped over a lot of really good stuff.
Sounds like the Blame movie a bit.
Kinda, yeah. This was like they wanted to focus on this one arc because it's like a romance between Alita and some dude, but in the manga it's pretty short.
They want to make her big and straight.
Yeah, but then like they also wanted to have the rollerball, which doesn't come in until after him, I think, and they also want to do this and this and this, and it's like, God, you're just taking too much. But yeah, I don't know. Just read the manga. The manga's so good. I got the 5th volume of the hardcovers for that, and I'm going to reread all of them this week. But yeah, and God, the end of the movie sets it up on a cliffhanger, so they might do a sequel.
I have so much manga and light novels backed up to read through. Yep. I'm going to an anime con this weekend, so I actually can't buy those manga right now. Because I'm going to probably waste money.
Nice. But yeah, that was the last of the things I watched. So, yeah.
Speaking of anthologies, you reminded me, I've read one short story from what I think was an anthology.
Okay.
It was about like 2 like middle school girls. One like asks the other, and they're so happy the other accepted, and they're like giving them matching plush keychains. But then it turns out she's put like listening devices and cameras in the stuff she's giving the other girl, because she's like turning into a stalker because she's like paranoid the other girl's avoiding her and doesn't actually like her. But then it turns out the other girl realizes that she's making the other girl more desperate by being distant, and that she's turning her into a stalker and is making her more bold. So she's purposely doing it because she wants the other girl to get like more obsessed with her. It's like, this is weird. What am I reading? This is not a healthy relationship. But somehow it's still cute, as long as you can recognize it's problematic. I always say you can enjoy problematic things as long as you can recognize it's problematic.
Yeah, totally.
Well, like, I mean stories with problematic content.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not like fully problematic things. Like, you can't enjoy a Nazi rally just because you understand the Nazis are bad. That's going a bit too far there. At that point, you're complicit in hate and Nazis. That's
Anyway, so was there anything else? Do you know what that thing, this story was called?
No, I can probably find it in like 2 seconds though. Okay, not 2 seconds, but
yeah. Oh, that's okay.
Oh wait, yeah. There's also I read some chapters of Koi Yodoru Made, which is it's like a web novel, which is why it's non-mal to my knowledge, but it's kind of cute. There's some more chapters of that translated, so. But so it's called Watashi wo Hitori Jime ni Shite. Apparently there's 2 short stories.
Okay.
Yeah. In the first, it's like, I'll treasure this forever. Gives them a key strap, but she finds something hard in it. Oh, it's a wiretap.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You hate to see it.
But you also kind of enjoy seeing it.
Yeah.
I like the murder children and the problematic children and the there's so much just like Yuri's so pure, it's all pure and fluffy and like kind of fetishization in that way, and like what would be a word? Not childification, but like really demeaning treating like loving women couples as like just dumb, like useless children who are like precious and need to be protected, which is partly why I like the more fucked up like women loving women stories, because they break that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's nice to just have something different from that. So yeah, I kind of like stories like that, even though I know they're bad. I recognize they're bad, but I recognize why I like it, because it breaks from the traditional norms, and you get so many stories of like male characters like that. Like, why can't female characters be fucked up too? Why do the men always get to be the weird stalking murderer people? Probably because that's closest to reality, but
yeah,
got 'em.
Hey.
But yeah, like stuff like Murcielago and like Trash and Happy Sugar Life. It's so bad, I know. Whenever I come across one that's like that, but it's super straight, I'm just like, this is so uncomfortable. Straight relationships with like weird murdery dynamics are so uncomfortable and weird and creepy. But when it's like queer, it's like, this isn't that bad. It's weird. I don't know why I feel like that. But
yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Shall we get into our book club stuff then?
All right. Speaking of weird, sort of uncomfortable, maybe queer relationships, you want to start with number 6?
Yeah, sure.
So, people keep saying this is like boys' love and it gets gay. I heard people say that for years. So far, all I've seen are the sort of generic, like, yaoi bully tropes. They're like, one guy kind of being shit to the other guy, but then tenderly caressing him, and it's like, I'm in love. It's like, let's not go down that route. But I realized this was out in 2011. It was popular in 2011. That's also when Shizayo is still super popular, and that was kind of problematic. So, again, you can enjoy problematic content as long as you can, like, understand it's problematic. A lot of people didn't back then, and it made me really uncomfortable, and kind of what made me, like, leave the DRR community was it turned into nothing but Shizayo. Like, there was no other content. And it was, like, mostly a female audience fetishizing these 2 men who were in a really bad, like, hate fuck relationship kind of thing. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
And the thing that mostly made me uncomfortable was just the fact that people, like, wouldn't acknowledge that there's anything problematic about it all. And I get why, right? Because people are worried if you... Because that's also when fan fiction was doing its, like, purges and its moral crusade stuff, right? And we have all this cancel culture starting. You're worried that, like, it's going to create a moral crusade against you. But it's like... Oh, it was weird. That was weird. I was in high school. High school anime weeb stuff is weird. I guess. I don't know. I have friends who like Shizayo a lot, and I don't care that they liked it. I think it was just how prevalent it was on the internet with people who just like believed it was like super healthy, and I'm like, eh. And you still get that today. They still relationships. Like whenever I see it's similar to me seeing someone going like, my ideal relationship is the Joker and Harley Quinn, and I'm like, girl, run, get the fuck away from him.
Bad.
It's similar to that.
Yeah.
But it's never as bad as Joker and Harley.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oof. Anyway.
That's my overall feelings of this show so far, though. It's just, this feels like a Shizaya fan fiction, and I don't know what to do about it.
I don't know. Yeah, I kind of didn't have much notes on this episode.
He has white hair now. It happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck's up with the scar that wrapped around him. That didn't happen to the other dead people.
Yeah, that was weird. Odd.
I like how we got a ton of, like, nothing. It's just vague. I won't tell you. I won't tell you. I won't tell you. But why? But why? But why? If you do this, then I'm going to hate you. But why? Well, I won't tell you. It's like, come on. Like, it's just bad communication. As I said, it's a bad relationship. It's bad communication. Gotta trust each other. Relationships are two-way streets. There are 3 C's to a healthy relationship, and that is communication, communication, and communication. And they have none of those.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, also,
so far.
He just keeps going like, I want them all to die. It'll be great if they all die. It's like, dude, my mom's in there. It's like, oh yeah, you're from there. Oh yeah, your mom's there. I still want them all to die. I want your mom to die. It's like, make up your mind. Weird. It was just...
His, like, gleefulness at the idea of number 6 basically crumbling is so weird.
Especially since they refuse to tell us why, and they keep trying to tease it and build it up. I feel like it's never going to live up to what they're trying to build it up to be now.
Yeah. It's just like, even though we don't know why he specifically hates them, it still is like so weird. It feels like not right for what we know about the character so far, for him to be so extreme. To, like,
especially
want everyone dead.
Yeah, especially the way, though, where he goes like, oh right, you're from there, I guess. Then just goes back to acting like he hadn't even realized that and is insulting. Or then it's like, I sent a letter to your mom. It's like, so you don't want to try to save his mom then? You're just gonna... You sent her a letter, but she's gonna die. Like,
weird.
And the dog keeper? Why does the dog keeper get the messages in return? Why doesn't his rats do it?
Who could say? Yeah.
His rat bots. They're pretty good rat bots, though.
They are.
I got questions.
There was one bit of world building that I kind of liked. Was that early on when they were talking about books, the one boy, Cyan, whatever his name is, said that they're discouraged from reading the classics, which is interesting. I'm not entirely sure what to make of that.
You still can read the classics. I wonder if it's specifically because he was like, if they were going into like science classes, if they were like going into like drama or something, they'd be pushed. I don't know, it's not really clear. I didn't like the number of flashbacks we had in this episode. There was too many for like episode 3.
Yeah.
It was like, it felt very hand-holdy, where it's like, you pledged allegiance every day, and it's like, oh yeah, he was doing that. Then they show it anyways. It's like, because we made a big deal about how we liked that scene, how he's subtle and it showed stuff, but now that they're just shoving it in our face, it's like, it's not subtle anymore. It's just, you've really ham-fisted. It's like, did really you miss this? You might have missed it. Yeah.
Yeah. And God, at the start of the episode, when he's reading the Macbeth, it's the scene where Lady Macbeth is trying to wash the blood from her hands, has the out damn spot line. And I thought like, oh, they're gonna do like a Macbeth thing, and then like, no, it's just his hands literally had spots on them when he was sick. Like, oh, okay, that was a little more direct than I was expecting, but sure.
God, when he goes to cut the bee out, he clearly has no medical training. He just like sticks it straight in and slices. Like, that's almost like half an inch in, just cut across the back of the neck. Like he's gonna cut a little cube of flesh. It's like, Yeah. Also, how the fuck does he live in such a nice place with all this electricity, and then everyone else is like, yeah, we have to pay the dog keeper to let us sleep with dogs so we don't freeze to death. It's like, why is this guy so rich out of all the people? How does he get robot rats? Like,
yeah,
what's his job? If he was the information getter, I would understand, because he could use the rats for it, and people would be paying him for it, but that doesn't seem it. I don't...
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is a lot of things that are just like, don't think about it too hard. It's just, they don't have a reason for it. It's just that way because they want it to be.
And we get to see the girl leaving. She's going to die at some point. I can already tell it.
Almost certainly.
Almost certainly. We have this whole thing about together our hearts will be one. One of them's going to die and the other's going to die as well. Very heartbreaking.
Yeah. And also, I realized one of the B things is they're probably gonna at some point have like the people in the city are like worker bees, and they're always obedient and working for the hive, and they like were kind of gesturing towards that, but they didn't say it explicitly yet.
God,
I'm sure we'll get a flashback in 2 episodes where they explain it.
Yeah, there's so much honeycomb imagery in like the opening and ending. Like, bees.
Bees. Yeah. Yeah. This is an odd show so far.
Yeah, I feel... You know what this reminds me of, and it scares me that it reminds me of it?
Uh-oh, what?
Chuo-sei.
Oh, no.
The white-haired boy kicked out of paradise, living in the outskirts.
What have I done?
He has to... It's happening again.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. It's his... what's his name? Nezumi is just the third. The girl is the second. They're all gonna die.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, well, I think that'll do it for number 6 this week. Unless you have anything else about it.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
It was a show.
Right. Sure was. Yeah. So how about that Kyosu Giga?
Wait, I had one last thing about number 6 I almost forgot. Which is, I almost forgot to watch it. Or not to watch it, but I was going to watch the shows this morning. I'm like, yeah, time to watch Kyosu Giga. And what was the other show? And it took me like 5 minutes to remember. And that'll tell you everything about this show. It's not very... I don't remember. It's a thing. It's just very middling.
Totally. So yeah, Kyoso Giga is one big flashback, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. The last 2 episodes have been flashbacks.
Yeah. I feel like we managed to learn a lot in this episode, and also not actually learn that much. I don't know. It's like...
It's all like character fluff. Like it's all backstory fluff where it's like, I'm sure it's sort of relevant, but it's not like answering anything. It's just good world building and character building.
Yeah. It's like the whole episode existed to explain that Kodo used to be a student at the shrine, and then I guess she left to go find her parents? I guess.
And the professor who is her father is like very... She calls him daddy at one point, I think.
She does. I don't think he's like...
I think he
her
might
biological father?
I think he might be the dad from the world.
It's hard to tell because the father and the son look identical.
Yeah.
Which is a mistake in the show.
He looks kind of similar. Yeah.
He is supposed to be one of them, but I don't know which. It's been confusing.
He also has red eyes, though, so he might also be another sibling, because they mention, like, she's Kodo's daughter. So maybe the mother Kodo and the father are still having kids.
Yeah. Oh, also, since that was the shrine, that would be like an alternate dimension from the other city we saw, right?
Or the future of the city they saw. Possibly, too, because there's still, like, all of the artwork they have of the hidden city that the door has been removed from.
Yeah, I like there was one scene near the very end where the siblings are talking about stuff, and they're just throwing around all kinds of proper nouns. They were talking about like the first and the next 3 and the 10 bloodless commandments, and it's
Yeah.
like, wow, we have no idea what any of this is, but it's great.
I'm assuming the first is the parents, the next 3 are those 3, and then the 10 bloodless commandments are who knows?
Who knows? Could be anything.
Yeah, I love how precocious this episode sets Kodo up to be, because it's like she and even her like professor guardian person are just like kind of dicks, and it's great. They're just like,
it's very good.
It's like, shouldn't you stop her from beating him up? And it's like, oh, you're right, Kodo, you have to like keep your elbows further and punch closer. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, that was really good.
And then like the father of the kid is like, or like the priest training the kid comes and like is trying to call him out, and the director's like, what do you think? And they just start critiquing the director and his son they beat up. It's like, it's so fucking stupid. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
They're just kind of dicks, but everyone's kind of dicks to them because they're not like royalty and rich or noble like all these other families, so they're like, serves them right. But you have that one other noble boy who, like, it adds a lot of development to this society where he's like, I can't keep losing, you know, this is gonna be awful, my parents are gonna like hate me. But then he starts asking Kodo for him advice, and he honestly sounds like he doesn't dislike her. Like, he's like what did happen? Like, he's trying to have a heart to heart, and it really pushes that like all this conflict these kids are pushing on Kodo is very much like a proxy sort of that their parents are pushing on them, where it's like you have to prove the family name against this commoner type thing, which I think is really interesting, especially since we'll probably never see it again in the show.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I did enjoy it quite a bit. The animation's still very, very nice.
Yeah, it's very
soundtrack
good.
Is very nice.
Very good looking show still, which is good.
It sounds like...
Well, it is only episode 2, so...
Yeah, sort of 2, yeah. They did reuse some parts that were in the OVA, I noticed, near the end.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, right before they start throwing out all the proper nouns. There's like a small bit that I'm certain was in the OVA when they're first talking about Kodo, and like, do you think she's like mother, and like the red eyes, the...
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's taken from the OVA. So the OVA seems to just be like a super condensed of the entire series, probably.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Yeah, when we watched that, it was like, it seemed like it was trying to summarize a lot of things. Yeah, that are gonna get stretched out. Yeah.
Yeah, so we probably know where it's gonna go in the end, which makes sense. All these episodes are like backstory episodes. They're just building us to that point.
Yeah.
The preview makes it look like the next episode's going to be based on the Buddha character guy. So I forget him and his science team. So I'm interested in that. I'm curious where that goes.
Yeah. That was something in the OVA that was like she stole the hammer from one of the science people, I guess.
We saw when she crashed she had the hammer already, so...
Yeah. It seems like time might be weird.
Yeah.
So and
it might have been changed in retcon from the OVA as well.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode. I'm expecting they're going to do backstories to the demon lady the episode after, and then either they'll do the priest or they'll be away and he'll be near the end. Because I think his backstory is going to be somewhere important. Yeah. Although I guess we got a decent amount of his backstory in the first episode in OVA. Yeah, so maybe not.
We'll see. Yeah, there was one thing in this episode that I actually didn't like was that I don't even think we got her name, but it was like some woman who works at the shrine like came up after the fox mask guy left, and then this woman came up to talk to Kodo.
We did get her name.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
Okay. I must have missed it because she's only in the show for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But when they introduce her and like
it
zooms. Yeah, they introduce her and it like is, oh look, these big jiggly boobies, and then Kodo like buries her face in the woman's chest, and it's like, really? We're gonna do this? Okay.
Katsura.
Sure, that sounds like a good review. True.
It does kind of push that Kodo is probably pretty gay, which was what I was hoping earlier on when I'm like, no, Kodo's the reincarnation of the father, which I don't think so anymore, because I think Inari is. But
I wish they could have given that detail without it feeling kind of gross and just being like, here's fan service.
Yeah, that's definitely some anime fan service. It's at least more of a precocious child moment thing, and it doesn't come across as creepy sometimes as when you have like the male character doing it.
Well,
who's
it was
like 20.
Oh, it was like before that when it was like she walks on screen and before they even show her face, it is just a screen full of boobs and jiggling around and like that's more what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, that was pretty tasteless and bad, but I actually kind of got a chuckle out of Kodo, like, thanking her 3 times, first to her face and once to each of her boobs that were, like, the size of her head.
Yeah.
And shoving her face in it. Like, that's very much a weird, precocious child thing to do.
Yeah.
Which fit the character, I thought. And then she beats up other researchers. Everyone keeps calling her the tomboy too, so
yeah.
Maybe in the end Kodo is the dad after all, like my first prediction, and Kodo's just trans. Maybe. It could be.
Could be. So yeah, that's all I've got for this episode. So it was, not much else. There's a lot of backstory filling in stuff.
Yeah,
it's good though.
Even then we're still not. All we know is Inari is obsessed with the Looking Glass land, and they're apparently probably the children of the rabbit who still sees them when they go to a certain room at night. So maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that room. It gave me real Pleiades vibes. With the little stairway up to this door that's locked, and behind it is a special room. It's magic. Yeah.
Reminding me of Pleiades. Why?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That ending.
Oh no.
Subaru. Why? That show let me down so hard. Not as bad as Nobunagan though, but Nobunagan had Florence Nightingale, so it made up for it a bit.
Yeah, that had something.
It had something for sure. There's definitely a lot of something.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'll about do it for Shenanimans this week. Unless you have anything else.
I do not.
All right. So yeah, this has been Shenanimans, season 10, episode 3. Yeah, we'll be back next week. And watch us live at twitch.tv/Sasam, SASAM. Or you can find all the episodes at shenanimans.moe/nothing. Just shenanimans.moe.
I have to make sure we're not behind, because I think we're behind one, but I was busy this weekend, so.
Yeah, that's okay. We're behind one, but that's okay. We're always behind one.
Yeah, so always behind one. We've got like that content block. You watch us live or you have to wait a week.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Completely intentional. Sometimes you wait 2 months and then you get 8 episodes at once. It's no big.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Then you can go to shenanimans.moe/Discord and join our Discord server and come chat with us about anime or whatever.
Definitely about anime.
Definitely.
Yeah, we definitely talk about anime only. Well,
sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And then you can catch us on Twitter at SasamBots, and that lastly. Yeah.
I think that's it. We're good.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for this week.
We hit like 1 hour exactly, but we're still talking, so it's going over an hour, and it's gonna go too long.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Quick, sign off.
Bye.
Farewell. Good night.